Welcome to our discussion today. Today I'll be discussing about amino acids. And before I start, it's good that I remind you of what we discussed, where we had mentioned is something to do with amino acids. So the first point that we discussed when we were talking about the stomach and its function. So we said that the stomach has two enzymes that one of them breaks down urea into ammonia, and that enzyme is urease. Now, ammonia that is being produced by the breakdown of urea is absorbed into the blood and it is taken into the liver where it undergoes conversion through the urea cycle and it is converted into what? Into urea. Now this urea goes to the kidneys and it is excreted as urine. Now, the next point I would like us to remind ourselves is there is an enzyme called pepsin. Pepsin, we said it is produced by the chief cells, and this pepsin is produced in inactive form. So it is produced as pepsinogen. So pepsinogen is converted into pepsin in the presence of hydrochloric acid. So pepsin is responsible for breaking down or hydrolyzing proteins into peptides. You get that point? Okay. Now let's go to our topic today about amino acids. Now amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. Okay. Now, amino acids are classified into two by nutritionists. We have essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. The essential amino acids, they are the amino acids that they must be taken in the diet because cells cannot synthesize them or the cells cannot produce them. While in non-essential amino acids, they are made by the cells of the body. So you don't have to take them in the meals. So non-essential amino acids, they are not a must to be taken in the meals because the cells can be able to synthesize them. While the essential amino acids have to be in the diet because the body cannot be able to produce their own amino acids. Now, an amino acid has a structure that has a carboxyl group, and amine group, and an R group. Remember that amino acid has an amine group, and it has a carboxyl group and an R group. We shall discuss about the structure of amino acids in details when we'll be looking at individual amino acids. Now let's look at the examples of essential amino acids. Number one, we have histidine. And remember here, histidine, we mentioned it when we were saying that histidine is a precursor or is used in the production or in the synthesis of histamine. Histidine is used in the synthesis of histamine. And histamine, we said also, it is being produced in the stomach. By what cells? Remember? So the histamine in the stomach is produced by enterochromaffin-like cells. Get that point? Okay, good. Now, the second essential amino acid is isoleucine, and the third one is leucine. We have lysine, we have methionine, and we have phenylalanine, we have threonine, we have tryptophan, and lastly we have valine. I will repeat. So the essential amino acids are histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, and tryptophan, and lastly valine. Those are the essential amino acids. Okay, non-essential amino acids include alanine, arginine, aspat, aspat, asparagine, aspartic acid, cysteine. We also have glutamic acid, glutamine, glycine, proline, uh, cysteine, and serine. And lastly, we have tyrosine. Those are non-essential amino acids. So if you would like me to repeat, I'll say non-essential amino acids include alanine, arginine, asparagine, aspartic acid, cysteine, glutamic acid, glutamine, glycine, proline, serine, tyrosine, and cysteine. Okay, now those are the examples of essential and non-essential amino acids. However, we have non-protein amino acids. Okay, so these non-protein amino acids, there are also amino group acids found in cells, but are not incorporated into proteins. Okay, the common ones include ornithine, which we shall see when we shall discuss about the urea cycle, and citrulline, which also we shall see when we shall be discussing about the urea cycle. Okay, and we say the urea cycle is the cycle whereby ammonia is converted into urea. Okay, now both of these compounds, that is ornithine and citrulline, are intermediates of the urea cycle. That's what we have said. Ornithine is a metabolic precursor of arginine. Ornithine is the metabolic precursor of arginine, and citrulline can be produced by the breakdown of arginine. Okay, now after looking at the non protein amino acids of which we have mentioned are the citrulline and ornithine. So I would like to see to discuss more about non-polar amino acids. So non-polar amino acids are the amino acids that cannot be attracted by the water. So they are non-polar. Okay, they cannot be mixed in water. Okay, so the examples of them are alanine and glycine. Those are the two examples. And also we have glycine. Glycine also cannot mix with water. And isoleucine, leucine, methionine. Those are the examples. So we shall look at these amino acids, each of them one by one, and we shall discuss each characteristics. If it is non-polar or it is polar, we shall look at it. Okay, that's to say if they're hydrophilic or they're not hydrophilic. Okay, so, and we shall look at the diseases that one can have if he lacks one or two amino acids. So we shall look at that in our next discussion. So for today, I wanted us to discuss about amino acids that exist, and then later we shall classify them in various groups, including the ones that are aromatic. When you say aromatic, those ones that are smell, they have a smell, a good smell, for example. Okay, so we shall look at them. So a quick reminder of the amino acids that we said. We have essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. The essential amino acid, we said examples of them are histidine, And I reminded you very well that histidine is a precursor for the synthesis of histamine. That's a point I've told you, because we had mentioned histamine in the when discussing the stomach structure and its function. Okay, and we said the histamine is produced by the enterochromaffin like cells. Okay, now, so another essential amino acid is isoleucine. We have leucine, we have lysine, we have methionine, we have phenylalanine, we have threonine, we have tryptophan, and lastly, valine. I hope you can remember them. Keep on practicing. So, and non-essential amino acids include alanine, arginine, asparagine, aspartic acid, we have cysteine, we have glutamic acid, glutamine, glycine, proline, cysteine, serine, and lastly, tyrosine. Okay, and we also say that we have non-protein amino acids, of which we shall see them when we shall be discussing about the urea cycle. And the